Good morning, all. Am I audible?
Yes,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Okay, good morning. Is the screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Now, good morning once again. Today, let us have a discussion on entities and various types of attributes. Entities and various types of attributes. Entity, it is a real world object. The basic concept of that ER model represents is an entity. So, entire entity relationship diagram or a model which depends on this concept called a entity. Then what is the entity? Entity is thing or an object in the real world. See, the entity is a thing or real world object. Real world with an independent existence. That is important, which is having independent existence. What it? So, hence, in a single sentence, entity is nothing but it is a real world thing or an object which has independent existence. Clear? Then, entity may be an object with a physical existence. Entity may be an object with a physical existence, or it may be an object with a conceptual existence. I'll distinguish both. The entity may be an object with a physical existence means if you take a car, okay, car is a physical existence, so that you can go and touch that car. Got it? So which is having, when you can touch it, so when it is having the physical existence, okay, when it is having the physical existence you can touch it, and such type of objects are called as what? Physical existence objects or an entity. Entity with a physical existence is called as, it is one type of entity. Now another example, it can be person. What it? Person. So person is also an existence. So I am a person. You are all persons. What it? You, all of us are having the physical existence. So we can touch ourselves. So we can touch and feel it. We can see it and we can touch it and we can feel it. Got it? So such objects are called as physical existence entities. These are the real world objects which are having the physical existence. Got it? Now let us move to conceptual objects. The entity can also be object with a conceptual existence. See here now. Student. Student is a what? It is an existence. It is an existence. Department. So, department. It is a concept. Student is a concept. Got it? So, can you go and touch the department? No. Can you go and touch the college? No. The college, concept, university, these are called as conceptual existence. Those things are there in the real world, but those things are the conceptuals, concepts. Got it? So these entities, conceptual entities or conceptual objects or a physical objects, these things will be having their own attributes. Physical existence objects also having the attributes, the conceptual existing objects also having the existence. Got it? So the objects with the physical existence or objects with the conceptual existence. So what is entity? Entity is a thing or an object in the real world with independent existence. See here now, student is independent, department is independent, person is independent, car is independent. These all the things are having the independent existence. Is it clear now? What is entity? Anybody? What is entity?
It is a basic concept, sir.
It is a real world object
Yes, sir.
which is having the independent existence. Then, which objects? Can you give an example or physical existence objects?
Department, sir.
Sumaya. Physical existence objects.
Student, sir.
Student.
Medical hospital.
Soumya.
Department, sir.
Physical existence object. Department. Lena.
Customer, sir.
Indri.
Customer, sir.
Customer. Okay. Ria.
Employee, sir.
Employee. Sujit.
Sir, department, sir.
Department. Snehal.
Student.
Student. Kiran.
Employee, sir.
Employee. See here now, all of you. You misunderstood the concept. The physical existence is a one. There you can go and touch and feel it. It has to be there in the real world. Physically, it has to be existed. Example, you can take a car. Car, you can go and touch it. Got it? You can touch the wall. You can touch the wall. You can touch the computer. You can touch your mobile. Got it? These are the physical existence objects. You can touch person. I can touch Kiran. Got it? So you are the person. So person is what? A physical existence object. Now concept. See here now. Student is a concept. But it is there in the real world. But it is a concept. Student is a concept. Like this, employee, it is a concept. Customer, it is a concept. Customer, it is a concept. College, you can touch the wall. Wall is an object. Existing, real world existing object. Wall. But you cannot touch the college. You cannot touch the university. So university, college, department, all these things are what? Conceptual objects. These are the concepts. Okay. But university is there. VTU is there in Belgaum. Okay. Which part you will call it as a university? Can you touch that university? No. So university is a concept. Departments are concepts. And students are the concepts. So these are all called as concepts, and the real world, the computer, laptop, person. Okay, Kiran is a person, so that I can go and touch him. I am a person. You can come and touch me. Got it? So the thing which is exist in the real world, which has an independent existence, is called as what? Entity. Hope the things are clear. Is it understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, entity may be an object with a physical existence or a conceptual existence. It is over. Okay. Now, let us look at attribute. Let us look at attributes. The particular properties that describe entity. A particular properties. There are some properties which can describe the entities are called as attributes. Example, I'll take a physical existing object. Got it? Car. How the car can be described? Every car will be having the colors, model, okay, make means it belongs to which company, okay, then what is that type of the car, whether it can be a sedan or it can be SUV or it can be multi-utility vehicles, got it, so on. Then what do you call it as a power, so on. Like this you can describe the car. So what is the color of that car, what is which company it belongs to, okay, what is the model, okay, in which year it was, whether the model is 2020 or 2019 or 2021, so which model, got it, and what is the color of that car, what type of car it is, whether it is a small SUV or big SUV or sedan car or multi-utility vehicle, okay, like this you can describe it. What is the power of that car, what is the CC of that car, this is the car. If you take a two-wheeler bike or a scooties, okay, so model of that scooty, then CC, then what is that price, which company it belongs to, all these things can be done. These will describe the entities. These properties will describe the entities. If you take a conceptual object like student, every student will be having names, university seat number, they belongs to particular course, okay, date of birth, etc. If you take another conceptual object called a university, university can be described, so every university will be having a name, the type of university, whether it is a regular university or it is a technical university or it is belongs to medical university or what is that, yoga university, so on, type of the university. Then when it was established, which are the courses it is running, number of courses it is running, who is heading the university. So these are all the attributes, properties which can describe the universities. So these are called as attributes. What is attribute? Attribute is a property which can describe the entity, which can describe entities. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Example in this, here they have given employee. Employee entity can be described by employee's name, his age, his address, his salary and job. So all these things are the name, age, address, salary and job. These are the attributes of this employee. Employee is an object and these are the attributes. If these things are not there, then we'll not call it as an entity. Every entity should be described by one or other attributes. This is must. See here now, I am a person. Okay, I must have a name, I must have a what is that, height, I must give the value called the date of birth. Okay, I must have an address, I must have all these things. What it is? Now, if I am a person, I must have an address. If I am a person, I must have a date of birth. If I must have a person, then I must have a particular height. What it is? So, all these things describe about the person. So, in a single sentence, attributes which are used to describe the entities. So, these are the properties. Okay. So, these properties are used to describe a particular entities. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A particular entity will have a value for each of its attribute. See here now. Every entity will be having the attribute and attribute must have a values. See here now. Attribute must have a values, not the entity. Entity will not be having the values. See here now, I'll take a car. Let me write it here. So this is a car. Car is an attribute or an entity? Car is an attribute or an entity?
Entity, sir.
Entity. So entity will be having the attributes. So I'll describe these attributes like this. Now, car, color and type and model etc. So I am taking these things. See here now, every entity will have attributes and these attribute must have a values. See here now, color is white, type is SUV. Okay, type is SUV. Okay, then model is 2020. See, white is a value for the color attribute. Then SUV is a value for the type. So 2020 is a value for model. Got it? So all this complete one row which will tell a one record. So it is the car. It describes one car. It describes complete white, SUV and 2020. All together it is a one value for car. What it is? So every entity will be having the attributes and each attribute must have a values. Okay, the group of values of a particular attributes, okay, all the attributes together will call it as a one record in that entity or in the table. It constitute one value for a particular entity. Then if you are having a red car, okay, this is, what is that? Sedan car. Then 2021. So this complete red sedan and 2021, this complete thing is which describes a particular car. The car is red and it is a sedan type and the model is 2021. So this 2021 is a value for the model and sedan is a value for a type and red is the value for color. Got it? So this is how it is. These are the values. A particular entity will have a value for each of its attributes. Got it? Now the attribute values that describes each entity becomes a major part of the data stored in the database. See here now. Here, suppose if these are the values which are stored in the database. These are the values which are stored in the database. If you are having thousands of values, those things are the major part of the database. Major part of the database. Got it? So here this is also there in the database, but only one time it is there. But this is 1000 values. If you take a student database, every student will be having the name, university seat number, address, phone number, date of birth, etc. All these things of a student. Okay, so like this you will going to enter the value, first student values, second student value and third student value. Like this, if there are 10,000 students, so those all the along with this schema we are storing this. This is the major part of the database. This is the major part of the database which is stored in the database. Is it clear now? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, hope what is the entity and what are attributes? The things are clear, it seems. If you are having any doubts, please ask me. Here, these, because throughout this subject, these things are used most frequently. Most frequently, we are using all these things. Got it? So, don't keep with any doubts. Don't stay with the doubts. Don't keep the doubts with you people. Let them clear. Sujit, Sumaya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have doubts?
No, sir.
No doubt. Good. Soumya and Riya.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Kiran.
No, sir.
No doubt. Leena and Snehal.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No doubt. Because why I am asking you last? Because you are non-computer science students. Because even Kiran and Akash was not there. Is not there. So they might have heard about these things, terminologies. And Sumaya, Soumya, Riya and Sujit, they have studied these subjects. But you people, first time you are going to it. That's why I am asking you. Clear? All the things are clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Good. Now, we'll look into various types of attributes. We'll look into various types of attributes. We know what are attributes. Attributes are the properties of an which describes the entity. Okay. So, attributes can be divided into number of types. First one is us. simple or composite. Simple versus composite. It is one type of entity, which is that simple versus composite. Second one is single valued versus multi-valued. Single versus a single valued attribute versus multi-valued attributes. Then key attributes versus non-key attributes. Then null attributes. Then composite attributes. Then one more is stored attribute and derived attribute. These are the types. Let us look into this. Simple attributes are also called as atomic attributes. Atomic means what? Atomic means what? Anybody?
Automatic, sir.
No. It is not automatic. It is atomic. It's atomic. Ria.
Individual or a single, sir?
Individual or a single. Okay, good. Then
Unique, sir.
unique. Okay.
Sir, it is a single value for a particular things or anything.
Okay. Then see, atomic means which cannot be further divided. Which cannot be further divided. So what I will going to do, I'll make you people in two groups. Okay, 8 members can be divided into two groups, 4 members in each group. Again that each group is again divided into two groups. So 4 members are divided into two groups. Then that 2-member group is again divided into two groups. So in each group there is a single person. There is a single person. Means it is a atomic, which cannot be further divided, like a merge sort. What we do? We keep on dividing the list. So till we get the atomic group, means which cannot be further divided. So such attribute is called as an atomic attribute or simple attribute. It is also called as simple attribute. So which is the first one? Simple versus composite. Simple attribute versus composite attribute. Second one, single valued versus multi-valued. Single valued attribute or multi-valued attribute. Okay. Third one, stored attribute versus derived attribute. Key attribute versus non-key attributes. Then we have a complex attributes. Then we have a not null attributes. See, let us look into these things in detail. Now, simple attribute versus composite attributes. As we know that simple means or atomic means the attributes which cannot be further divided. The attributes which cannot be further divided, such attributes are called as simple attributes. Then composite attributes. There are some attributes. These attributes, if you divide it, okay, you will get again the number of attributes will be there, or number of attributes which constitute a composite attribute. Example I will tell you. Let me write it. Okay. Simple attribute, I'll take it as a, what is that, what you can call your apartment number. Your apartment number. Apartment number. Apartment number is a simple attribute. See, apartment number, it is simple. Okay, you cannot divide it. So this is a simple attribute. If you take address, if you take address, if you take address, if you take address of a student or address of a person or address of an employee, this is what, this is a complex attribute. This is a complex attribute. It's a complex attribute, which is address. What is that complex attribute? See, what are all it is having in the address? So it will be having the street number. Street number is a again simple attribute. Got it? Then place, street number, place, and apartment number. Got it? And pin code, district, state. Okay, see, all these simple attributes constitute, what is that? To make address attribute. This address attribute is a complex attribute, composite attribute. Why it is a composite attributes? This is formed with these combination of all these simple attributes. All these simple attributes. See here now, if you take address, so address can be divided into this. Okay, so you must have a flat number, you must have this. Okay, what is that? Street number. In that street number again this is, and you must have you must need a place. All these things together we'll call it as a address. So address is a composite attribute. See here now, composite attributes can be divided into smaller subparts. Composite attributes can be divided into smaller subparts, which represents more basic attributes with the independent meaning. See here now, here this street number is having the independent meaning. It requires, you may include or you may not include. Then place, in which place, in which city. Got it? And what is the pin code of that? Which district it belongs to and which state it belongs to. All these things are having the independent meaning. Independent meaning. Got it? So composite attributes can be divided into smaller subparts which represent more basic attributes with the independent meanings. Example here, address of an employee. So this is what we discussed. Address of an employee is a composite attribute. It's a composite attribute. And now simple attribute or an atomic attribute. The attribute that are not divisible, further, are called simple or atomic attribute. It is also an attribute. Okay, what is that attribute? Attribute is a property of any entity. Okay, so this property cannot be further divided. Such attribute is called as simple attribute or atomic attribute. Example, flat number. street number. Okay, your address, if your address will be having in a particular place, then it will be having the same street number, right? So you cannot quote two street numbers. Okay, you cannot write two apartment numbers. No, it has to be one. Got it? So these are the what? Simple attributes. Is it clear now? Composite versus simple attribute. Any doubt over here? Later I will going to ask you, I will give some of the entity names and ask you to give the list of attributes and their types, which type of attribute, and you have to tell attributes of a particular entity and their types of attributes. Got it? So try to understand. Hope it is clear what is composite attribute and simple attribute. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now next one is single valued versus multi valued. Most attributes have a single value for a particular entity. Such attributes are called single valued. Example, every person will be having a same age, single age. Is there anybody having two ages? No. So for a person entity, age is a single valued. Age is a single valued. Got it? Then such type of attributes are called as single valued attributes. Means the attribute which has a single value for a particular entity. For a particular entity is called as single valued entity. Attribute. Please give some examples of single valued attribute one by one. Kiran. Another example for the single valued attribute.
Mobile number, sir.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಯಾಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರು?
Yes, sir.
ಅದಾವ್ರಿ?
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ದೆನ್ ಇದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು. Then I need an example for single valued attribute.
Bank number, sir.
Exactly.
Person's bank number.
PAN number. Sumaya, no?
Yes, sir.
Good.
And Aadhaar card number.
ಆಧಾರ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ರಿ.
Okay, sir.
ಓಕೆ.
Student marks, sir.
ಏನ್ರಿ?
Student marks.
ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್.
हाँ, sir.
Okay, percentage of the particular semester. Okay, so in particular semester you will be having single percentage. Got it?
Sir, date of birth.
Date of birth. Okay, it has to be single. Then Lena.
ID, sir.
ಏನ್ರಿ? What?
Student ID, sir.
Which ID?
Student ID.
Huh?
Student ID, sir.
Student university seat number. Yes, exactly. Then
ಸರ್ ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಸರ್.
ಏನ್ರಿ?
ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಸರ್.
ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುಮಯ್ಯ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಅದಲ್ಲ ತಳಗಡೆ ಸುಮಯ್ಯ ಫಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ.
I said bank numbers.
ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಎರಡೆರಡು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಸುಮಯ್ಯ?
No, sir. Only one.
ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಟ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ಮೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್.
PAN card.
Got it?
ಸರ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಐ ಡಿ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಸರ್.
Employee ID number. Okay, then Who has left? Soumya.
Age, sir.
ಏಜ್ ಏಜ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಣತ್ರಿ ಏಜ್.
Address.
ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ.
Sir.
ಒಂದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸು ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾವಿಲ್ಲ.
Yes, sir.
ಹಾಂ ಮತ್ತೆ
Yes, sir.
Height, sir.
height of a person. Okay, for a particular movement it will be right. Then Snehal.
Aadhaar card, sir.
ಆಧಾರ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸುಮಯ್ಯ.
Sir, election card, sir. Voting card. Voting
Okay,
ID.
voting ID. Okay, see, these are all single valued attributes. These are all single valued examples for the single valued attributes. Similarly, we have one more type of attribute that is called as multi-valued attribute. So attributes can have a set of values. You can have more than one value for the same entity type. Such attributes are called as multi-valued. Example, if you take a two-tone cars, top there will be a black and side it will be like a silver or red color something. Two-tone cars are nowadays booming in the market. They are little bit costlier than the regular one. Got it? Means multi-tone cars. It is an example. And a degree of a person, you can have a 2 degrees, 3 degrees, any number of degrees. Got it? So you can have BSc also, you can have simultaneously after BSc you can have one more degree also. Like this, person can have more than 1 degree also. Got it? These are the examples of multi-valued. Example, phone number, mobile number. Got it? You can have a multiple mobile numbers. Nowadays all mobiles are supporting 2 SIM cards. So each and every person is having probably 2 numbers. So it is a multi-valued. Got it? So now you tell me other examples other than the
Account number, sir.
what?
Bank account, sir.
Account number. Okay, you can have more than one account.
Sir.
Fine.
Sir.
Next, Snehal. Snehal. Kiran.
Phone number, sir.
ಏನ್ರಿ?
Phone number. Mobile number, sir.
ಏನು ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Mobile number, sir.
ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನಾನೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ.
Address of a person, sir.
ಆಗಲೇ ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ.
Multi-valued.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ನಾ ಅದು ಮಲ್ಟಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ any such examples? Think of it. Not getting?
Not getting, sir.
You can have multicolor cloths.
Yes, sir.
Got it? Then what is that? Number of cameras in a phone. You can have only one camera at the back, or you can have one more camera at the front. Okay, number of cameras in the back. It is trend, no? Number of three cameras will be there at the same mobile. Okay, if you take a mobile as an entity, okay, number of cameras, it is a multi-valued. Front camera, back camera, and in back camera, how many cameras will be there? So, these number of cameras in a thing. These are all the examples of multi-valued attributes. Now, we are having next derived attributes versus stored attribute. Derived attributes are those, see here now, we can derive particular attribute value with the help of one or more attributes which are exist in the entity. With the help of other attribute values, we can derive the value of another attribute. Example, if you take a date of birth, so a date of birth is 1st, 2nd June. Okay, 1st, then 10, 1990. 1990, it is a date of birth. Then with the help of this date of birth and current date, today's date, okay, today is 2nd, 6 and 2021. With the help of these attributes, we can derive the age. We can get the value of the age attribute. So age can be calculated. What is the age of you? So if you tell your date of birth, so easily we can calculate or we can derive your age. So by knowing the date of birth. So this is the attribute which is derived from age is a attribute which is derived from the other attributes. Okay, the value of other attributes. Date of birth is what? An attribute which is exist in the object, entity. Okay, from this value of this attribute and current date, we can derive the age of a person. Got it? So date of joining and current date, so that we can derive how many years or how many months he or she served in the particular company. Got it? These are the derived attributes. So two or more attribute values are related is called as derived attribute. Example, age of a person. Another example, number of employees who are working for a particular department. So number of employees who are working for a particular project or a department, it is a derived thing. So you can get it from the employee. So who are all working in the particular department. So that number of attributes is derived from the other attribute. Got it? So this is called as derived attribute. So best example, age. Age can be derived from the date of birth. So stored attribute is one which is derivable from the particular attribute. Like example, date of birth. It is a stored attribute. Already we have stored your date of birth in the database. From that database, we extract your date of birth and we take current date and calculate the age. This is how we do it. Okay, the date of birth is stored attribute and age is a derived attribute. Is it clear now? All of you understood? Derived attribute and stored attribute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, before, when these are the examples, yes, before going to this, let me explain these things and yeah. Now, key attribute and non-key attributes. In the previous practical session, we discussed a primary key and a foreign keys. There are two types of keys, primary keys. The key which is a unique and a not null. The key, the attribute which is unique and not null. Such attributes we can call them as, or we can declare it as a key attribute. Key attribute means primary key attribute. So when we have included the primary key attribute, declared it as a primary key, then that attribute must be unique in the entire table, entire values of a list of values of that table, and that should not be null. You must have some value for it. You should not keep it blank. You should not keep it null. Got it? So it must have some value. And non-key attributes are those which are maybe exist, may not be exist. They may be same, they may not be same. If you take a name attribute, so two person can have a same name. There may be 2 or 3 persons in the university database who are having the name Kiran. There are 2 or more number of persons who are having the last name as Haldur. Okay. You know how many students will be having the address Patil. Got it? So these are non-key attributes. You can keep, some students will be may not be having the last name. They will be having only first name. So not last name could be null also. Got it? So null means you are not entering any values for that. So these are called as key attribute, key and non-key attributes. Another example, another type of attribute, not null attribute. Not null means it is a constraint. Not null is a constraint. We are applying it for the attributes. When you apply it to the particular attribute, not null means you must enter some value for it. Assume that first name, last names are there in the attribute. So first name you are going to enter. Some persons will be having last name and some persons may not be having last name. If you make that attribute as a not null, then you must enter some value for it. You cannot keep blank. You cannot keep it blank. Got it? So such attributes are called as not null attributes. And last one is complex attributes. Complex attributes are those which are composite in nature and multi-valued. So those are composite as well as multi-valued. See here now, the attribute, it is a combination of these two, multi-valued as well as composite. Such attributes are called as complex attributes. Example, address is what? Address is a composite because it is having, again it can be divided into subparts. A person can have a two or more address also. A person can have more than one address. Current address, permanent address, etc. Official address. So in such cases it is a multi-valued versus also it is a composite. Such attributes are called as complex attributes. Such attributes are called as complex attributes. What is complex attributes? The attributes which is a composite as well as multi-valued. Composite versus composite as well as multi-valued. Such attributes is called as